When someone is close to the end of their life, especially older adults, certain signs appear that can help loved ones and caregivers understand what is happening. Hospice nurses work closely with people at the end of life, and they have noticed some common patterns. These signs can give comfort, offer time to say goodbye, and help families prepare. In this script, we will talk about 5 clear signs that often appear before an elderly person passes away. These signs are based on the experiences of hospice nurses who have helped many people during their final days. Understanding these signs does not mean you are giving up. It means you are better prepared and able to give love and support during a very important time. Let's go through each sign one by one in simple words. Sign 1, changes in breathing. One of the most common signs that death is near is a change in breathing. The person's breathing might become slower or irregular. Sometimes they may stop breathing for a few seconds and then start again. This is called Cheyne-Stokes breathing. It sounds unusual, but it is normal at the end of life. Some people may also make a sound when they breathe, like a soft gurgle. This happens when saliva or fluid collects in the throat. It is not painful for the person, even though it might sound troubling to others. Hospice nurses often tell families that these breathing changes are a sign the body is slowly shutting down. The person is usually not aware of these changes, and they are not suffering. Sign 2, sleeping more and more. As death gets closer, elderly people often sleep much more than before. They may spend most of the day in bed and only wake up for short periods. Even when they are awake, they might seem very tired or confused. This increase in sleep is the body's way of conserving energy. It is also a sign that the body is focusing on the most important functions, like the heart and brain, and letting go of others. Families sometimes feel sad or worry when their loved one stops talking or eating. But it is important to know that sleeping more is normal and part of the process. Hospice nurses often say that this is the body's natural way of preparing for death. Sign 3, less interest in food and water. Another clear sign is that the person stops eating and drinking. At first, they may eat just a little bit. Then, they may stop eating altogether. They may not feel hungry or thirsty anymore. This can be hard for family members to accept. Many of us show love through food, and it can feel wrong to stop offering meals. But at the end of life, the body no longer needs food the same way. Hospice nurses explain that forcing food or drink can cause discomfort. It's better to offer small sips of water or ice chips and a focus on comfort. Moistening the lips or mouth can help keep the person comfortable. Sign 4, cool hands and feet. As the body begins to shut down, blood flows more to the important organs like the heart and brain. This means the hands, feet, and even the nose or ears may feel cool to the touch. The skin might also look pale or have a blue or purple color. This is called mottling. It often starts in the feet and legs and moves upward. These changes are a normal part of dying. They don't mean the person is cold or in pain. It's okay to cover them with a light blanket for comfort, but it won't change the natural process. Sign 5, withdrawal and saying goodbye. As the end gets closer, many elderly people begin to withdraw from the world around them. They may not talk much, and they may stop responding to visitors. This can be sad, but it is also a gentle way of letting go. Sometimes, people seem to wait for a special person to arrive before they pass. Others may hold on until everyone has had a chance to say goodbye. Some hospice nurses have seen people become more peaceful or even talk about seeing loved ones who have already passed away. These experiences are often comforting to the person and their family. This stage is about preparing for the journey ahead. Even if your loved one is not speaking, they can often still hear. Talking to them, holding their hand and saying, "I love you," or "Thank you," can bring peace and comfort. The role of hospice nurses. Hospice nurses play a very important role in helping families during this time. They provide care, answer questions, and offer emotional support. They have seen many people go through this process, and they know how to help. They help manage pain, keep the person clean and comfortable, and guide families through every step. Hospice is not about giving up. It is about caring with love and respect during the final days of life. Hospice nurses often say that dying can be peaceful. With the right support, many people feel calm and cared for. Families often look back and feel grateful for the help they received. What families can do. If you are caring for someone who is dying, there are things you can do to help. First, be there. Your presence matters. Even if the person is not talking, knowing someone is near can be comforting. Speak gently. Hold their hand and offer kind words. Keep the room quiet and peaceful. Soft music, dim lights, and a calm voice can help. You can also help by working with the hospice team. Ask questions, share your thoughts, and let them know if something doesn't seem right. They are there to help both the patient and the family. Most of all, offer love. This is a time for kindness, memories, and connection. You don't have to be perfect. Just being there is enough. Understanding the process. Death is a natural part of life. It can be scary, especially if you don't know what to expect. But learning about the signs and the process can make things easier. Each person's journey is unique. Some may show all 5 signs. Others may only show a few. Hospice nurses remind us that there is no exact timeline. The important thing is to offer comfort, listen, and support your loved one in their own way. Trust the process, and know that you are not alone. Grief and healing. After someone dies, it is normal to feel a wide range of emotions. You may feel sad, relieved, angry, or even numb. Grief looks different for everyone. Hospice teams often offer grief support for families. Talking to a counselor, joining a support group, or simply spending time with loved ones can help you heal. Remember the good times. Share stories and allow yourself to feel. Healing takes time, but you will get through it. Conclusion. The 5 signs that hospice nurses often see before death are changes in breathing, more sleep, less interest in food and drink, cool hands and feet, and emotional withdrawal. These signs do not mean suffering. They are the body's natural way of preparing for the end. By learning about these signs, families can be more prepared and less afraid. With love, support, and the help of hospice nurses, the end of life can be a peaceful experience. Being there for someone in their final days is one of the most meaningful things you can do. It is a time for love, kindness, and connection. And even though it is hard, it can also be a beautiful part of life. Now that we have gone to the 5 main signs hospice nurses observe before an elderly person dies, let's take a deeper look into what happens during the final days and hours of life. This section will give you a better understanding of the physical, emotional, and spiritual experiences that many people go through and how you can offer support. The final days. During the last days of life, changes become more noticeable. The person may sleep almost all the time. They may no longer open their eyes or respond to voices. Sometimes they may appear to be in a coma, This is a normal part of the body shutting down. The breathing may become more shallow. There may be long pauses between breaths. The sound of breathing might change. Even though this may be hard to watch, it is usually not painful for the person. Hospice nurses often remind families that hearing is one of the last senses to go. This means your loved one may still be able to hear your voice, even if they don't respond. Speaking gently, sharing memories, and saying goodbye can be very meaningful. Some people may also have a sudden burst of energy a day or two before they die. They might sit up, talk, or ask for a favorite meal. This can be a surprising and emotional moment for families. While it might seem like recovery, it is often a sign that death is very near. It is important to enjoy the moment, but also continue to offer gentle care. Changes in skin and body. As death approaches, the skin may become cool and change color. Mottling, a purplish or blotchy pattern, usually starts on the legs and feet. It may slowly move upward. The hands and arms might look pale or bluish. These changes are caused by the slowing of circulation. The person may also stop producing urine, or their urine may become very dark. This is because the kidneys are no longer working as they once did. Muscles relax, and the person may lose control of their bowels or bladder. This is natural and not something to be ashamed of. Hospice teams know how to manage these changes and keep the person clean and comfortable. Pain and comfort. Pain is a common concern for families. They worry that their loved one might suffer. Hospice nurses are trained to manage pain and other symptoms very carefully. Most people near the end of life can be kept comfortable with medications. These may include pain medicine, drugs to ease breathing, or medicine to reduce anxiety. The goal is not to make the person sleep too much, but to help them feel calm and peaceful. Sometimes people are given medicine under the tongue or through a patch on the skin. This helps even when the person cannot swallow. The hospice team will adjust the dose as needed to keep the person as comfortable as possible. Comfort is not just physical. Emotional and spiritual support matters, too. Holding hands, playing calming music, using soft blankets, and creating a peaceful space can all help. Emotional and spiritual experiences. Many people have deep emotional or spiritual moments as they near death. Some talk about seeing loved ones who have already died. Others may speak of light, warmth, or peace. These experiences can bring comfort, even if they are hard to explain. Families often report that their loved ones seem to wait for a special moment before passing. It might be after someone visits, after a certain time of day, or even after a special song is played. Some people want to pray or hear spiritual words. Others just want quiet. Respecting your loved one's wishes in this time is very important. You do not have to have all the answers. Simply being there with love and care is enough. If your loved one was a person of faith, calling a chaplain, priest, pastor, rabbi, or spiritual leader may bring comfort. Many hospice teams include spiritual care staff who can help with this. The moment of death. At the time of death, breathing usually stops. The chest no longer rises. The heart stops beating. The person becomes completely still. Sometimes the mouth remains open. The eyes may also remain open or half open. This moment can be quiet and peaceful. Hospice nurses encourage families to take their time. There is no need to rush or do anything immediately. You can sit with your loved one, hold their hand, and say a final goodbye. After death, you may feel a mix of emotions. relief, sadness, shock, and even peace. All of these feelings are normal. The hospice nurse will come to confirm death, help clean the body, and guide you through the next steps. This might include calling a funeral home or helping with paperwork. You do not have to do anything alone. What happens next? After death, many families feel overwhelmed. There are decisions to make and people to notify. Hospice teams are trained to help with this part of the journey. 2. They can offer guidance on what to do with the body, how to contact loved ones, and how to make funeral or memorial arrangements. Some families want to have a quiet moment at home before calling anyone. Others may have religious or cultural practices to follow. All choices are respected. Hospice services often continue even after death. Grief counselors are available to help you work through your feelings. Some families benefit from support groups. Others may want one-on-one conversations. Grieving is not the same for everyone. It may come in waves. Some days you may feel fine, and other days you may cry. All of this is part of the process. Take your time. Reach out when you need help. Talk to someone you trust. You are not alone. Honoring a life. One way to heal is to remember and honor your loved one's life. Share stories. Look at old photos. Talk about what made them special. Celebrate who they were, not just how they died. Some families create memory books, plant trees, or hold special gatherings. Others find comfort in lighting a candle, visiting a favorite place, or writing letters to the person who passed. Grief is a journey, but love remains. The bond with your loved one continues. Even after death, they are always a part of your story.